Hey there, movie fans. Welcome to the Blues of February 2017. And we start off with this double feature DVD from Wild East. Adios Gringo and Blood for a Silver Dollar. I have not seen these movies yet, but I like Giuliano Gemma. You know, he had made some really good westerns in his career, like Day of Anger and the Ringo films. So I'm looking forward to check these ones out. And here's another release from Wild East. This is the only Blu-ray they have ever put out. A double dose of Pecos with My Name is Pecos and Pecos Cleans Up. First one was pretty good. The second one, not bad. Very nice release though, with the Blu-ray and the DVD there. You know, some of the releases by Wild East, they don't have the best transfers in the world, but we should embrace a company like this because they, you know, if it wasn't for them, we would probably never had the chance to see these obscure films. And I know there's, you know, some of the films that they have released before have been released by other companies now, like Day of Anger, which has been put out on Blu-ray by Arrow. And recently, Kino, I believe, has brought out The Unholy 4 on Blu-ray. Still need to get that one. But I'm pretty sure that most of these, you know, Wild East titles will never be released again. So, you know, that's the only chance we get to see these films. Next is The Salvation, which is a Scandinavian western shot in South Africa, and it's you know, a very simple, plain tale of revenge. Mats Mikkelsen plays he plays a Danish ex-soldier who kills the murderers of his wife and child, and then the brother of one of the murderers, played by this man, Negan, Jeffrey D. Morgan, seeks revenge on Mikkelsen's character. And this is a good one. Really good film. The problem that I had of this with this film, however, is the use of CGI. Now, I don't mind CGI. You know, it depends on what kind of a movie it is and if it's done well. But I want my westerns to be as real and authentic as possible, you know. Only use CGI if it's really necessary. And perhaps it was really necessary in this case. But still, it did bother me a little and distracted me a little. And sorry for those who wanted to see this movie. By the way, I didn't mean to put you off or anything like that. But you should see it, you know, despite the you know, the obvious CGI shots. It still is a really good film with a great performance by Mikkelsen. Next is Hell or High Water. This is a modern day western, or contemporary western as they call it. It was great. It was such a great film. Jeff Bridges, always a joy to watch. He plays a Texas Ranger who is about to retire, but before he do that, he's going after these two brothers who's Romick Banks, you know, Chris Pine and Ben Foster. You know, excellent performances by them as well in this film. And it was written, by the way, by Taylor Sheridan, who also did Sicario. He's also an actor, by the way. He has a small role in this film, but you might know him best as Deputy Chief David Hale in Sons of Anarchy. And he recently directed his, I believe it's his second film that he directed, which is called Wind River, which premiered at the Sundance Film Festival, and it has some, you know, really good reviews. Very much looking forward to check that one out because I'm becoming a real big fan of this man, Taylor Sheridan. But you know, excellent film, this one. Really good. Hell or High Water. Next is The Nice Guys. I enjoyed the hell out of this movie. It was a lot of fun. Had some great funny moments, and you can clearly tell that this is a Shane Black movie. I mean, one of the things that you usually see in his movies is that there's always a young girl involved. You know, always a young girl who is in danger, and she's usually the daughter of one of the main characters. In this case, is Gosling's character. You know, just like Danny Glover's daughter in Lethal Weapon, or Bruce Willis's daughter in The Last Boy Scout. You know, there's always a daughter involved, and I don't mind that. Not at all. It's just one of those typical Shane Black ingredients, you know. But no, this was a lot of fun. You know, I really, really enjoyed it. The Nice Guys. Next is Convoy. Absolutely love this film. Such a great and entertaining film, and it's also the first ever Sam Peckinpah movie I've seen. Grew up with it, seen it many times, you know, when I was growing up, and it's based, by the way, on a song, Convoy by C.W. McCall. You can hear the song, throughout the movie, by the way. But yeah, terrific film, terrific film. This is Prooi, which means prey. The latest by Dick Maas, who also directed Amsterdam and Saint and The Lift, you know, about the killer elevator, or 3 killer elevators actually. This is about a big lion who terrorizes the city of Amsterdam, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. You know, it has some great gore in it, some funny moments, and some people were complaining that the lion looks fake, and yes, it is fake. It is obviously fake, but that's part of the fun, you know. I was actually afraid that this was going to be another shitty release from Dutch film works. You know, some calls them Dutch Fubar works, because this company is notorious for the shitty releases with terrible transfers and incorrect aspect ratios and, you know, things like that. And a couple of months ago, they brought out the Dick Maas box set, which I don't have, and I'm not going to get it either. I heard it has many problems. But, you know, I have to say this is a surprisingly good release. You know, transfer is good, the sound is good, and it has a very nice slipcover, as you can see. Oh yeah, by the way, Blue Underground is going to release Amsterdam and The Lift on Blu-ray very soon, and that's great news, if you ask me. And speaking of Blue Underground, I managed to pick up a copy of The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue, a very enjoyable zombie movie from Jorge Grau, I believe that's how you call his name, Spanish director. Yeah, the transfer looks fantastic. Fantastic transfer. I love the location where they shot this. You know, I don't know exactly where it is. I need to find that out. I mean, you can see a featurette here, Back to the Morgue, on location with director Jorge Grau. But the location looks beautiful on Blu-ray. And I got this, by the way, from Diabolic DVD. They still... Well, I don't know if they still have some copies left. They might have, but if they don't, keep an eye on them. You know, every now and then they have some of these Blu-rays in stock. But yeah, great zombie flick, this one. The Living Dead at Manchester Morgue, also known as Let Sleeping Corpses Lie. You know, I have the limited edition tin from Anchor Bay as well, but I wanted to get this on Blu. Next one is Heat. What can I say about Heat? It's definitely a magnificent piece of filmmaking here. I mean, Michael Mann, Pacino, De Niro at the top of their game. It's such a brilliant film. And this is the new Blu-ray release, the director's definitive edition. New transfers, some new extras. You know, transfer looks fantastic. I haven't really checked out the new the new extras yet. but I'll do that very soon. But yeah, brilliant film, brilliant film. Also, excellent performance by Val Kilmer here, who unfortunately has throat cancer. I mean, that's what Michael Douglas has said during a Q&A. And Michael Douglas had throat cancer as well, but he was recovered from that. So hopefully Kilmer will be recovered from that as well. I picked up this film that I have never seen before, The New Centurions, with George C. Scott and Stacy Keats. Very good film, very realistic depiction on the Los Angeles Police Department in the 1970s, and there is a reason why it's so realistic, because it's written by Joseph Wanbao, who was a real life policeman once. But yeah, really good film, great performances by Keats and George C. Scott. And speaking of George C. Scott, Indicator, or is it Powerhouse? I'm not really sure what the official name is of this company. But anyway, in April, late April, they're also going to release Hardcore with George C. Scott. Another fantastic film with him. I'm definitely going to get that one as well, along with The Lady from Shanghai with Orson Welles. I also picked up these two titles, and I didn't want to pick them up because I already have the Twilight Time Blu-rays. But there was this voice in my head. Not that I usually have voices in my head, by the way. I am perfectly normal sometimes, but when I see a certain Blu-ray online, there's this voice that goes, mine, 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 mine. Like those seagulls in Finding Nemo. So I just needed to get this. And that voice, when I saw these online, that voice just, I had that voice in my head again. Mine, mine, mine. So that's the only reason why I have these. But these are terrific, terrific releases. I mean, they're pretty much better releases than the Twilight Time releases. By the way, this one is limited to 5,000. This one is limited to 7,000. You can see there. And this one, the boat has, booklets inside. This one, however, this has an interesting booklet, because this has the guilty pleasures of John Carpenter. There it is, John Carpenter's guilty pleasures. The Green Berets with John Wayne, not a very good film, by the way. You can see the other guilty pleasures of Carpenter there. Blue Hawaii, that's an Elvis Presley movie, I believe. Yeah, Elvis. Ice Station Zebra, that's pretty good, actually. Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, I still need to see that one. The Conqueror, another John Wayne movie as a Genghis Khan. These are the kind of stuff that I love reading, the favorite movies, or in this case, guilty pleasures by film directors. Also got John Carpenter's Ghost of Mars. I got this mainly because I wanted to complete my John Carpenter collection. It is definitely not one of his best films, but it has its moments. However, this is one of his best films, Assault on Precinct 13. This is the new Blu-ray set from Second Sight in the UK. Has many special features, as you can see there. Really like the comic book style artwork there. And it comes with this nice digi pack with some art cards, and you can see there, picture cards. And here's the 2 disc. There's the Blu-ray, and this is the original soundtrack, music composed and performed by John Carpenter. Very, very nice release, this one. And that was it. That was my February 2017 update. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.